Welcome to another episode of Championship Muscle. Today I'm going to talk to you about my L5-S1 spinal fusion that you heard me mention many times in previous videos, right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Championship Muscle. You've heard me mention in previous videos, I've had an L5-S1 spinal fusion. Well, that surgery was last October of 2021. Very evasive surgery. I had a C-section cut. They went in and put a spacer between my L5 and S1. I had a completely pinched off sciatic nerve. So they put the spacer in, they anchor it in with the bolts, the screws. Then they roll you over and they put the rods and the screws in the back to complete the fusion. Very evasive surgery. And I was in a lot of pain, sciatic-wise. My right leg was all numb, my feet were numb. Very painful. I couldn't sit down in the same position for more than 5 or 10 minutes without changing my seating position, standing up, adjusting. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. And that was 40 years of high school football, working on a moving truck, carrying furniture, working for sanitation, picking up garbage, throwing it in the garbage truck, moving furniture, you name it, I did it. And it takes its toll as you get older. So I had the surgery and the surgeon told me, I don't want you training for at least a good 4 months. And I looked at him and I said, that's not gonna happen. He goes, all right, promise me at least a month. I said, I'll give you the month. So for a month after the surgery, I didn't go to the gym at all. Yes, it drove me crazy. But when I finally did go to the gym, I sat down on the machines. Everything I did was seated. Every exercise, whether it was a leg extension, I did not do any leg presses, nothing like that. If I did legs, it was extensions. I did not do any hamstring curls. I waited a few months. But every other exercise was seated, but I didn't use any weight. There was no weight on the machines. Whatever the resistance on the machine was, that's what I used. And all I wanted to do was keep my muscles flexible, taut. I did a lot of high repetition stuff just to get the blood flowing. I didn't want my muscles to atrophy too much. Remember, I always talk about smarter, not harder. This is really where it kicks in. Every month I did a little bit more. When I talk about baby steps, yeah, I really took baby steps getting back to what I was doing. Within 3 months, I started doing some bent over rows. And you've seen me in previous videos doing back work, how I've modified those exercises doing the bent over rows. I'm not bent all the way over. I'm kind of at a 45-degree angle, bringing the bar into my midsection, right in the bend of my waist. And I'm isolating the muscles more because I had to do the modification, but I was able to engage my lats even more. So was I training it wrong years ago? Maybe not 100%, but I'm getting a 100% more effective engagement of my lat muscles by modifying the exercise. When I do rack deadlifts, I do rack deadlifts with the pin set just below my knee. And again, my approach is at a 45-degree angle, squeezing, and it's working for me. And I didn't do any weight again. 3 months into the recovery, it was just a bar. There was no weight on that bar. There were no plates. 5 and 6 months down the road, I started adding a little bit of weight, maybe 10 pounds on each side. Remember, I had a very evasive surgery. And it takes a full year to recover from that surgery. So, baby steps. And I listened to what the doctor told me, and I promised I would do exactly what he said, because the last thing you want to do is blow that surgery. You don't want to do an exercise that's going to pop those, I call them bolts, those screws and bolts out of your spine. God forbid, who the fuck wants to go through that surgery again? It was horrible, brutal surgery. But 6 months in, I'm doing a little bit more. Now I'm standing up doing some exercises. I'm doing exercises with a little bit of weight. And it was a gradual progression. Nothing was overnight. Now, here we are 17 months after the surgery, and I'm damn near 100% back to where I was before the surgery. I don't train heavy. I was never really a heavy trainer after the age of 40. I've lightened things up, but now I've engaged my muscles using a lot lighter weight, more concentrated movements, and I'm getting better workouts. My pumps are crazy. My back pumps are crazy. I'm squatting, but I'm only doing front squats now. No more rear squats. I'm doing front squats. You guys see me do them on videos. But it's a slow, progressive recovery. And you will get back to where you were before. I mean, if I can do it, as active as I was in the gym for 40 years, you can do it. It's just learning how to train smarter and not harder, because the last thing you want to do is to re-injure yourself. And now that we're approaching January of 2023, I'm going to kick it up just a little bit more and add just a little more weight and get my muscles conditioned to handle a little bit more. And as each month progresses, I will slowly get back to where I was. And by October of 2023, that'll put me 2 years post-surgery, I will be back where I was, almost handling the same weights as I was in the past, with no injury, with a 100% recovery. Because I just had the x-rays done in October, 1 year post-surgery, and everything looks fantastic. So whatever you do, please take my advice. Listen to the doctor. If you're gonna get back in the gym, train smarter, not harder. Watch some of the exercises that I've demonstrated in previous videos and follow my lead on what I've done. And you too will get back to where you were before your injury got really bad and had to have this surgery. So that's been a little bit of a rant today. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the gym. Peace out.